You are welcome back to another video tutorial. Today we want to continue from where we stopped. So let's get the ball rolling. So let's talk about how you can get the onSubmit attribute for your form, and also how to get the control inputs from the users. So let's go to our code. Okay. So I'm going to create a state that will hold three fields. The first field is full name, second field is email, the third field is password. So yeah, I'm going to create a state for that. I'll create a state to hold the inputs. So cons full name, set full name equal to use state. Make sure it is imported. So I'll take this cons email, set email equal to a use state, cons password, set password equal to a use state. Okay, so I've just created the states that I want to use. Now is time for me to put an onSubmit event. Now take note, it's not only onSubmit event we normally use. We can add an event to the button also. So anyone you chose, they all work the same. So I'm going to start with the onSubmit event. onSubmit event handler. So I can call this undo submit. Is a function which I'm going to create later. So this state we've created, we have to insert it into each of the inputs. That means I'll give this a value of full name. Make sure the value is tallies with your state variables here. Make sure it tallies, please. So this will take in. Now there's an event for if you want to get a user what user type in an input field. We use the onChange event. That is what we use. We use the onChange event. Please take note of that. We use the onChange event. So here I'll put in an inline functionality. I'll pass an event to this, which is sets the name, full name. Then this is e.target.value. The e there represents an event. You can write it as full, it all depends on you, but I'll prefer writing it as short e, an event. So, and I'm set, this is a value full name, and this is a function which I want to use to manipulate this value. From your knowledge of this state, you should know what I'm talking about. So the next one is email. So for me not to waste my time, I will rather copy this, then I'll come here and I'll dump it. So this will now be email. Make sure it tallies with what we have in the use states. Then this will now be set email. So make sure it tallies with this, your use state. Okay. Then the next one is password. So I'll come here in the input and put a password. So this is going to be password. Then this is going to be set password. Okay, so I've just incorporated the state into my field, so that they will have interaction with the use states. That's what I've just done. So the next thing is to create a function for this undo submit, which is an event handler for submitting a form. So this is the function. I will copy this and go create a function for that. So here I'll come here and say create a function to submit form. So submit the form. So I'm going to create a function to do that, which is an undo submit, an arrow function. Now by default, for a form, when you click on a form button, submit or whatsoever, you click on it, the page loads by default. In your HTML form, whenever you click on the submit button, the page load, the page load. Whenever I click on submit button of the form in HTML, what happens? The page load. We don't need that because this is React. If you do that, you will lose the user's data, what the users input. If the page loads, you lose data. Our aim is not to lose the data. That's our aim, not to lose the data. Our aim is to get whatsoever the user type here and manipulate it. That is the aim actually. So if I click on register now, you see that it's loading. Our form is loading. You can see that on the browser. You see that it's loading. This is what I want to prevent. To prevent this, we'll need an event to prevent this, and that event will be event.prevent default. The event.prevent default will help to prevent the default setting of a form. So you can see what I did there. When I click on the button, the page loads, the browser loads. I want to prevent that from happening. So here I'll pass an event here, and I'll say event.prevent default, which you're already familiar with in your JavaScript. With this code, it will prevent the form from what? Loading. So let me comment that this prevents the form or the page. This prevents the form from reloading or refreshing or whatsoever. So I'll go to this place. When I click on this form again, just watch. You can see our page is not refreshing or reloading. You can see the browser is not reloading when I click on this. You can see that. So that is what I've prevented. So let's continue. So the next thing now is to, let's see if we are getting whatever the user input. I'll say alert email. Let me put alert name, full name. So this full name is a variable. This variable full name, I want to see if I'm getting it. So let's save that to see if actually we are getting the user's input. So I'll come here and I'll put my name NS, and I click on register. So you can see I'm getting NS on the alert button. You see that for yourself. So that means I'm able to get whatever the user's inputs they filled. So that's good. So if I want to get the email, so I can just come and say email. So if I save this also, let's see if we are getting the email. So I'll come here and put my email, and I click on register. So I have to take it one step at a time. So I'll come here, take away the full name, then I save the email, then I do it again. So you can see my email is got in there. So that's what I want to show you. So the next thing I want to do here now is to see, in case the fields are empty, in case the user do not input any field, in case the fields are empty, we should be able to send in a message. So I can come here and say if the fields are empty, in case the fields are empty. And what are the fields? The full name, email, password. So I'll say if full name is empty, if full name is empty, or if the email is empty, that means if the user did not input anything, or the password, or if the password is empty, then you just send an alert, just send a message. Let me just use the word alert. Fields cannot be empty. So in case the user did not put anything, I just tell the user that, oh, fields cannot be empty. So I'll leave this password empty and I click on register. So you can see that fields cannot be empty. So any of these fields should not be empty. That's what I've just done. So you see that condition is working. Okay. So the next thing now, S, in case the user puts anything, S, in case the fields are not empty. So we can able to do one or two things. In case the fields are not empty, you can manipulate it and set the state. So here I want to get the full name. So here I'll use the function set full name to get the full name, to update the full name, manipulate it. I'll say set full name, and what do I want to put? I want to put whatsoever the user's type, which is full name. So whatsoever the user type is what I want to actually get. I don't even need to even do that right now. I can easily get that So I can take this out. Sorry, I can take this one out for now. So yeah, I can come here to this place. I can come here and say H1 and put the person's full name here. So that means when the user is typing, he or she will be seeing his full name. So I can come here and do this. Okay, you can see NS was what I typed here. So if you like type Peter, I should get Peter. You can see anything I type is gotten to that place because of the full name I have placed inside here. So if I want to do that for the email, I can also do that. I'll put this email and I'll save this. So if I type in, you can see my email is showing there. If I type another email, it's going to show. I type peter@gmail.com. So you can see it's showing. You get that now. So this is how we get the user's inputs. So you should definitely understand the procedure by which we use in getting user inputs. So if in case the users fill the form, in case the form and the fields are not empty, you can just tell the user, congratulations, you have just submitted a form. You can just do that also by using the S. I can come here and say S. I can come here and say alert. S, alert, you have successfully registered. So you are successfully registered. So I go to my browser now. I just fill this password as anything and click on this. You can see you have successfully registered because the fields are not empty. So I hope you get how we use the form to get users input control. This, what I've just done is a control inputs already. So I hope it's very, very simple and straightforward. So thanks very much. I'll see you guys in the next class.